What's up, YouTube? Brett here, the Rusty Nut. You can see I got rid of my beard. I'm getting tired of it. Anyway, you don't see a Nova sitting in here right now. The reason being is the car is actually off being painted right now. So I'm pretty excited about that because this is the furthest I've ever taken a project I've ever built. You know, most of the time I get a project, spend thousands of dollars on accessories and parts, and I wind up selling it to somebody else. They get a deal, I get screwed. But this time I'm actually finishing it. Um, I have done some work since the last time you guys have seen me, which I do apologize about. I had to buy a new laptop. My other one, it didn't like to run the program that I use to edit my videos. So plus then the screen wound up dying on it completely. It was an old laptop anyway. So I've got a new laptop now. So the videos are going to start flowing more often. As soon as I get the car back from paint, there's a bunch of stuff that I plan to get done with. It's wintertime here in northern Maine now, so it's cold. As you can see, I'm in a sweatshirt. It's still cold. Uh, but hopefully I can pick a place out in my yard to put. I'm going to buy one of those car garages from, oh, I won't say the first word of the name of the store is Tractor. Anyway, I'm going to buy one of those canopy deals there to store it in for the winter, but I'm going to get one of my tractors running out back. That way I can pull the car in and out of the garage until I can get it to run and drive on its own. And then hopefully by that point I have all the glass and everything back in it. But I want to have the car mostly done for late April. You know, I want to be able to drive it next spring after they clean all the salt and junk off the road. That's what's happening. But as far as work that I've gotten done that you guys haven't seen, I got the motor painted and all put together. You saw my last video was I was putting the new valve springs on, and so I got the motor all bolted together. I actually wound up taking the 4L80 and I ripped the guts right up out of it. Never done that before in my life, but I followed a bunch of videos on YouTube, and a couple good guys on there really show you in depth detail how to take apart a 4L80 and put it back together. So I felt pretty confident in doing it, and I put the Transgo HG2 shift kit in it. And except I didn't drill the valve body. I've talked to a transmission builder, and he said that's a bad idea because it comes with a little plate that has a little plunger on it, and that's supposed to seat in that hole that you drill. And basically, when there's too much pressure, it blows that open. But it's such a cheap setup that the transmission builder said if that doesn't reseat properly, you're going to burn up your transmission. So instead, what I did is I went and spent an extra $50 on a pressure relief valve, and I put it in the pump of the transmission instead. And it does the same thing, but it does it safely. So that's that. So I installed the HG2 kit. I checked all the clutches and everything. They all look great. They look brand new. And put a new filter in it. Put the tranny back together. Put the stall converter in it. Bolted all together. I dropped it in the car. We got the headers on. I got the exhaust on there. You know, I'm not 100% happy with it. And in a future video, you'll see why. I also got the gas tank installed in the car. Nice gas tank from Tanks Inc. I don't think I got any of that on video, but I'll do an overview of it, especially once I go to plumb the fuel system. You'll get to see that happen. And what else do I have to do? Oh, I gotta get the rear end put together, and I got Caltrax. I'm gonna put on those. I gotta get the wheels painted. I'll show you. These are what I got. These are the front wheels. They're a 15 by 5. I got them through Wheel Ventiques out in California. And then for the back, I got a 15 by 8 with a 5.5 inch back space. I bought factory style steel wheels because I'm planning on running the factory Dogdish hubcaps. And if you don't know what those are, this is what factory Dogdish hubcap that came on the Novas. I think some Copo Camaros came with them too, I want to say, but I'm not sure. So, and other things I love to do is I bought a brand new full body wiring harness for the car that I'm going to put in, as well as I still have to wire the Holley Terminator X system to run the motor and transmission. What else? What else do I got going on? I got a ton of stuff. I got seats sitting over there, used ones there. I'm going to have them recovered and put in. I'm just going with a bench seat in the front. I like bench seats better than buckets. I don't know why. I've got the rear disc brakes, but those aren't going to go on until I get the rear end put together by the mechanic that I know up the street. But as you can see, I got my tires back there. The fronts, that's a 205 65 15 for the front, and for the back I went with a 275 60 15. So there might be a little bit of a challenge getting the back ones to fit. I'm having the guy that's painting my car, he's going to roll the lips and the quarters in the back for me. I'm hoping I don't have to do mini tubs. I'm not planning on slamming the car down to the ground. I like to leave the back at stop height, whatever it sits at with the new leaf springs. And, yeah, they should fit. A lot of guys say that they have the exact same wheel setup as I do, and they fit just fine with rolling the wheel lip. But the only thing that I worry about is with that rear disc brake swap kit. Rumor has it that'll push them out a little bit more, but maybe that won't be an issue. We're gonna find out. I really hope not, because I already obviously bought the tires. And I know you probably see 3 and 3. Well, obviously I'm only gonna be running 2 and 2. But say I'm on a long distance road trip, I'm gonna want a spare for the front and a spare for the back to leave in the truck. That way, you know, on the side of the highway, I'm not calling for a wrecker. I just jack the car up, change the tire. And yeah, so geez, I'm trying to think if I've covered everything. Oh, as far as my gauge cluster, I'll put it in another video. But I went ahead and I bought a new bezel that has the gauge holes already cut into it, and I went and it's cost me like $1,100 altogether. I bought that bezel, and then I bought autometer gauges to go in it, which, as most of you watching probably know, are not cheap. I just want it to look a little better. The other setup that I had, it looked kind of cheap, and as much money and time as I've got invested in this car, I don't want anything looking cheap on it. So it is what it is. I spent a little bit of money doing it. No big deal though. So really, I think that's about it for now. I guess next video will be you get to see the car with fresh paint on it. The color I went with is I think a darker green, almost like your old Army Jeep green, but a little bit darker than that, I would say. And it's a very low gloss. I could have gone with something factory, but I want to be a little bit different, you know. And I didn't want to go with a big light color like white or orange or something like that, because I don't want to stand out to the police, because it's going to be loud. So that flatter dark green, it will work perfect, I think. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Like I said, I'm sorry that this video is taking so long to get on YouTube, but like I said, my other laptop kind of died on me, and I'm not a millionaire. I'm just your average Joe doing this, and so it took me a while to get a new laptop, but I got one, and right now I'm going to go inside because it's cold. I'm going to warm up. I'm going to edit this video real quick, and I'll throw it on YouTube for you guys. So I will see you, probably going to be about 2 weeks. Yeah, the car's getting painted, I believe, towards the end of next week, and then he's going to let it basically cure in his garage there for another week after that, and then I'll bring it home. So I'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. The Rusty Nut, over and out.